And that's why you need people that know the fundamentals of marketing and not simply delegating those fundamentals to AI.
Fernando, welcome to BCG House. Thanks so much for joining us. At a time when consumers are increasingly finding, evaluating, and choosing products through AI online, what are the greatest misconceptions that you can see CMOs having about the role of AI?
I think AI is like top of the agenda for everyone at the moment, right? And I think that the people that are doing the best work are the ones that first kind of like have a very clear definition of the problem they are trying to solve, and then maybe AI is a way, right? I mean, to lead them into like a better outcome. Maybe it's not. I think that when people don't do it well, it's almost like because they have so much pressure to have an AI roadmap or like to show work done with AI that they don't even think much about what the problem they're trying to solve and just try to sprinkle AI into the organization.
And on that, I mean, effectively, all of these companies, all of these CMOs who are looking at that problem have access to the same AI tools.
Yeah.
So, how do they build real advantage? Is it just by trying to be faster than the competitors,
Yeah.
or is there something else?
There is this risk with AI that if we're all using the same tools, assessing the same data, which is not always the case, but assessing lots of data, let's put it that way, and coming up with the outcome, we do risk that everything will start to look a little bit the same. So I see the best use of AI, at least in marketing, as always like a pairing of AI with people. You know what I mean? I see it as a tool. So it will never be just like the blank outcome. Going back to your question about misconceptions, like I think that one of the biggest dangers that we have today is for people to rely exclusively on AI in terms of creating a certain output, whatever the output is. So even simple things like, hey, I need to write an advertising brief, right? I start to hear lots of brand managers saying, like, oh, I don't need to write that well because AI will do it for me. And that I think is a problem. You know what I mean? Like when we are delegating a little bit too much of the fundamentals, which is where we humans can add value. I mean, and then pair that with AI so that we can accomplish more and do different things that we would not be able to do by ourselves. I think that when we shortcut that and just delegate the function to AI, that's when it gets a bit problematic.
And when you understand that, consumers are engaging with these products via AI, as a CMO, it's partly about that making it individual, making your own brand stand out. But how do you also keep brand integrity the same regardless of the use of AI? How do you ensure lasting loyalty?
Yeah, so I think that in terms of integrity, which I think is a really key point that you're bringing to the table, without the human to filter, um, you really risk like doing things that are completely off-brand. You know, things that will be shiny, look nice as a layout, but maybe not that this distinctive versus what competition is doing, and definitely like not necessarily the best outcome. I think that's also a reason why you need people, like to filter. And that's why you need people that know the fundamentals of marketing and not simply delegating those fundamentals to AI. So that's why, again, um, like I have a lot of curiosity. I always play with the new, I want to be like in touch of what's coming and what's hot. But I invest much more time actually mastering the fundamentals, like, and I think that you really need the combination of those two things to come together for you to leverage AI to the best of its potential.
Fernando, thanks so much.
No, my pleasure. Thank you, guys.